Did you want to do the introduction or should I do the introduction?
I guess you can start.
Okay, I'm going to do the introduction. What's up, y'all? My name is Jova. This is Albert.
Yo.
We're the Church Misfits podcast. We just wanted to do a little bit of like a, sit down with us. This is really more like a business interview, to be honest with y'all.
No, just a proper introduction.
We're interviewing every single one of y'all today.
No, we're not.
What can you bring? What can you bring to this company that we can't? No, the reality is we wanted to, kind of introduce ourselves to you guys and just kind of give us a little bit of an idea as to what we are looking to accomplish with this podcast.
And we also are testing grounds right here, so if anything sounds bad or looks bad, we're still learning.
Make sure you put it on the comments. I know you guys like to do that. Like, subscribe. No, but we're still kind of working with the system and doing this and that. But again, just introductions. So I don't know if you want to start with yours. Just kind of give them a little background of who you are, where you come from. At least, spiritually and as well, también de donde vienes, bro. Sheesh.
Where do I start?
I don't know, man. Maybe your name, brother?
Well, people call me Albert. Me llamo Albert.
I go by Albert.
Man, I feel like my story started when I was born.
No, bro.
Well, I was born and raised in the church, so... nothing really changed until I was in the teens age. That's when I was really getting into the word, but we could talk about that later because a lot of stuff happened. But now I'm in Vida City Church, Houston. What's up?
H-Town.
Got to represent my church,
H-Town.
And I've been here for about 3 years, a little bit before COVID, but it changed my life. This church has been a blessing. I've learned a lot. I'm in the young adults ministry as a leader in the worship team and here and there helping there. But, that's about it. But we could go more into detail later on, but that's about it for me.
Okay, cool. I guess it's my turn, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's your boy Jova, a.k.a. the Jova.
J Marsh.
Chill, bro. That's la vieja criatura, bro. No, but honestly, born and raised in Puerto Rico, spent most of my time there, on the playground when I used to spend most of my days.
Bayamon.
Shooting some b-ball outside of the school, and just a couple of guys were up to no good. They started. But honestly, I'm born and raised in Puerto Rico. Spent most of my life the same thing in church. We moved here to Houston. For my dad. My dad wanted to open up a church. He's felt in the spirit that he wanted to go ahead and open up a church, and we moved here. We opened up our church, and we've been in the church for the longest time. It's ridiculous. But to be honest with you, at a certain point, I kind of felt like I wanted to do my own kind of thing, and that's why we're kind of doing this podcast right here.
Yes,
to be honest with you, the podcast it's a safe space. It's a safe space for anybody that wants to listen. It's a safe space for anybody that needs answers, that has questions. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. We
have more questions than answers.
We have more questions than answers, man. And it's our journey. It's our journey trying to figure out what those questions are and what those answers are going to be. And,
something that I really want about this podcast is, there was questions that I had growing up, and I asked people from church, leadership, and they either turned me down, make fun of me, or just be like, you should know by now because of your age.
Aren't you a Christian? You should know this by now, yeah.
And I'm not cool with that answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll do my research and come back to you.
Right, and that's really what we want to do here. We want to be able to speak with people because we want this podcast really to be a place where we're going to invite people to come in here with us and have the conversations, the hard ones that people don't want to have in church, the taboo conversations, if you want, things like talking about sex, talking about relationships. We can go into talking about, conspiracy theories, aliens. It can get crazy in here, man, but it's questions that some people may be scared to ask. to a pastor, to a minister, to a leader at church, because they're scared of being humiliated or scared of being trampled by the judgmental stares or anything like that. And that's a safe space we want to provide here. With that, it means that we're not going to judge either. We've
just a little.
Chill out. No, but the reality is we're not going to judge either. We are learning along with you, and that's.
There's no dumb question.
Only dumb people. But that's essentially what the podcast is. We want to be able to ask those questions and have a safe space for people to explore the answers. And not every answer is going to be correct. I know there's going to be some podcasts that are going to be completely controversial.
Oh, I'm ready for that.
And we should have called it Church Canceled, bro.
Nah, because even with just the videos we've been posting right now, man, I've gotten people like questioning our stuff. I'm like, man, we haven't even started.
Bro, we haven't even started, bro.
And then they're already talking. I'm like, man, whatever.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So we're here to address your questions. I think later on we're going to be posting something on Instagram and on TikTok and stuff. Kind of just with a question, letting you guys know, hey, what do you guys want to hear about? What do you guys want to talk about? And who do you want to see in the show? I can't promise you we're going to get like Lecrae up in here, but.
Nah, he's too expensive.
Chill. Hey, Lecrae, but if you're watching this, bro, hit us up.
Probably not.
Reach Records 116, bro,
Nah.
But, Funky, bro. Funky. Llámame, bro.
We probably could get your dad, pastor.
Yeah, we could probably
closest
get my
Puerto
dad.
Rican.
That's another thing. PK in the house, bro. And homeboy here is a pastor's nephew. So we're kind of from that part of life.
Man, I got like 5 uncles as pastors.
That's worse than being a PK, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog.
That's so much fresher.
I'm gonna pray for you. We are por ti, bro. Amen.
Different story.
Different stories, man, and I ain't no storyteller. So this is the part where like everybody just stays quiet and kind of watches us do whatever.
I mean, we got a little intro. Do you want to do like a little intro conversation?
Yeah, man. What do you want to talk about? We have a lot of different topics we can talk about. I don't want to use anything big right now.
Let's just say our backstory. That's a good place to start the.
Yeah.
Like, what made you want to do this? What made you have this idea?
So, I have a passion for learning. Like, I like to learn new things. I like to. The only issue is that I'm too lazy to do the research. So I like to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And get the answers that way. And I like to reach my own interpretation based on any interpretations of other people. Not the best way to go about things, if I'm honest with you guys. Yeah. But the reality is, it's just the way that I like to do my research. And I find that conversations get you to know people better rather than reading about them. You can tell who the person is with the conversation you're having or how they answer to a specific topic.
Yeah.
Right? So you guys, Albert knows me. I'm very, in my way of thinking, I'm a bit more liberal than he is. And he's a little bit more conservative in his way of thinking, in his ways, in your ways. So we thought, why not join both sides and kind of just, and that's really what kind of helped me want to be a part of this. And also, Albert's a really good friend of mine. He's like a brother to me, so I love this man. I'd kill for this man.
Awesome. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Same, I have the same love for you. Like, man, you've been there for me, thick and thin. You've helped me. And honestly, man, I can't think about a better host to help me with doing this, because many people, you give them the idea and they're like, nah, I'm too busy, or nah, it's going to get a lot of backlash. But you were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Like, I'm down. I'm like, man, that's that kind of person we need in our lives.
Yeah, man. And I'm super happy to be here. I'm excited for the future of this thing, man. I already got people asking me, hey, when is it going to happen? And
man, we just had a brother right here. It's like, dude, what are y'all doing? I'm like, we're prepping for a podcast.
That's true.
And I'm going to be honest, I feel bad because I'm not gonna say that part, but nah, like he was happy. Like he was like, dude, what are you gonna talk about? And we told him like something like things the church don't talk about. And he was like, dude, I'm excited. Just tell me where to find the stuff. And I'm like, hey, that's lit. Like that's pretty live.
And he even actually proposed. Can't speak again.
Proposed.
He proposed a really cool idea for a topic that we could speak about, and we're not gonna do it this week.
That's crazy though. That topic.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it this week, but it is something that we plan on doing because it's something very dear to our hearts, and it deals a lot with church hurt and how to address it.
Oh, that I thought you were talking about the other part.
Oh no. It talks a lot about church hurt and how to address it and whether it is church hurt or not, and stuff like that, and we're excited for that. We're very excited.
Yeah, we've been through stuff, both of us.
So, question.
Yeah.
What made you kind of veer into this direction of wanting to make something as different as this? Because right now you play the guitar in your church.
Yes, sir.
So what pushed you to this point to where I need to speak about these topics, or I need to speak about this and help people with this?
Well, honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm the kind of person that I don't like people. Like, I don't like talking to people, especially in front of, like, I can't do crowds. Like, I get nervous. I start sweating.
Yeah.
I start overthinking. Like, man, they're looking at me. I can't do that. Like, when I do Devos here, man, I get super nervous. And, poquito por poquito, God's telling me, hey, get out of your comfort zone. And honestly, I've been wanting to start a podcast for the longest. Just because, for the same reason, like, there's stuff that I want to talk about that the church isn't. And it's so important because I wish I had someone when I was younger, or someone to tell me stuff that I know now back then.
Yeah.
And, like, I see, I told people, man, I want to start a podcast. And they're like, dude, you should do it. And they start one. I'm like, man, like, they're jumping ahead. I'm like, it's not me hating, but like, man, I don't have that courage. Until I told Jova, dude, I'm thinking about doing a podcast. He was like, let's do it. So him motivated me to start one.
I've been wanting to do a podcast for the longest time, bro. And about the same topic too, like this type of same things, bro. Because being a pastor's child, it's
not easy.
It's not easy. And then there's questions that you want to ask your father, which, by the way, my father is amazing. Beautiful man. Beautiful bald man that I love with all my heart. My father, he's always tried to answer all my questions. Yeah. But there are some questions where...
now, frankly... He wasn't like that all the time, right?
No, he was like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my father's been like that. My dad's been like that. He's... He always try to answer the questions, but sometimes, being human, you don't have all the answers.
Because I had an uncle that, man.
And we're not going to start that. We're not going to start that.
No hate.
No hate in this podcast.
Just love.
All love, bro. All love in this podcast, y'all. All
the
love.
hate pass. That's
right. But the reality is, man, just seeing that and seeing us grow, and seeing us kind of go into this is scary, man. This is scary.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, putting our faces out here on the camera and recording ourselves and then posting it on the internet, man, that's scary.
Yep.
That's scary, especially if you're talking about your beliefs that nobody's ever gonna, not every single person's gonna have the same belief as you. And having that same belief or speaking about your beliefs out loud sometimes is considered a bit cancelable, if I should say that, or maybe a bit...
Well, we've been joking around a lot with being canceled, but hey, it could happen, but...
I'm not getting canceled, bro.
We might, because we're gonna be stepping on people's foots, honestly.
On people's
toes.
Yeah, no, that could happen, And in the reality, if it does happen,
it happens. But honestly, just know, like, we're not coming here to attack people. We're not here to judge. We're actually just doing it out of love. Like, we want to help y'all. That's it.
And through helping, and we also want to help, if you're being honest, on the kind of egotistical side of things, we want to help ourselves too.
Yeah.
Because we want to learn as well. And it's a journey. We're learning with you guys.
Yes, sir.
So that's the beauty of it. as far as the podcast, I do want to stress, I cannot stress this enough. We're not making a podcast to attack the church.
Not at all.
This is not an attack on the church. This is not we can be very critical of how the church does things. And to start off, we come from completely separate denominations, or not denominations, but I guess councils or concilios. How would you say that? Denomination, right?
No, we're just saying.
No, because you're from Assembly of God and I'm Church of God.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, Pentecostal.
All right, yeah, okay, so Pentecostal. So we come from different concilios. I don't know how to say that in English. People in the comments, let me know.
Conciles.
Obviously, we're not great at Spanish and English. But we try. We're very critical of how churches do things. Yep. We're very critical of a lot of decisions a church does, but it does not mean that we are making a podcast to attack the church.
We're just gonna call them out now.
Stop.
I'm playing.
So
we know no church is ever gonna be perfect. We know no pastor is gonna be perfect. They're human. They make mistakes. Right. We make mistakes. There's ways of doing it, and y'all don't get this the wrong way.
And to be honest, we could be 100% wrong. And whenever we say something, that's where you guys come in. Hey, by the way, you guys said this and it was wrong. Tell me, and next, or tell us, and then the next, hey, you know what, we messed up. We said it wrong, or we did this wrong, or we said something wrong.
Next week we do our apology video.
Hey, we'll do all our apology videos. I can cry on command on camera, yo. I got y'all, bro. I got y'all. But the reality is, this is not an attack on the church, and it's not an attack on anybody out there either. Again, this is all love. We want to do it out of love. We don't want to do it out of hate or out of jealousy or out of anything like that. So yeah.
So I have a question.
What's up?
Just bringing it back, to get to know us. How did you meet me? The reason why I'm asking is because we always ask ourselves that, and we never have an answer.
Brother, we met by the grace of God.
Amen, because
I don't remember, bro.
I have bad memory. I remember we met because of my uncle and your dad.
Right. So your uncle was the first person to ever give me a chance to minister at his church. For those who don't know, I do Christian rap, Christian reggaeton, Christian trap. So I use my music to get out there and outreach for people. And your uncle was the first person to help me do that. And you were going to your uncle's church around that time, but you were little.
I was 12.
Oh, so then maybe
younger.
My mind's all kinds of messed up. But I know that your uncle was the first one to give me the opportunity to do that, and that's kind of where
with the years. That's how. Well, we never talk. We never talked.
Right.
I just apoyar, because I remember the tomball walk, the prayer.
Oh, the prayer walk.
I remember that.
Is it Unidos en Clamor?
I thought it was in my city, prayer in my city, because it was during that time Andy Mineo came out with that song, In My City. And I remember y'all were pushing it with that, In My City.
It wasn't because of Andy Mineo. I'll tell you that much.
I know that, but
I love Andy Mineo, but it wasn't because of him.
I know that, but
shout out Andy Mineo.
But I remember honestly, I thought it was gonna be in my head. I was little. I thought we were gonna walk all Tomball.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the same thing too. But my dad said, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna do a prayer walk around Tomball." I'm like, my guy, that's a couple miles, bro. That's miles, man, bro.
I was about to say, but it's more than a mile.
It's miles, bro.
Long.
You had to go from the train to the other side of the train. Nah, bro.
I think we did it from City Hall, right, to the trains.
Yeah, so we did City Hall. We did the gazebo.
Yeah, the gazebo.
Train. And then that was it. We stopped. No, I'm lying.
No, the gazebo was right there by the train.
The gazebo was right where we stopped.
And that's when you sang Sitting on Our Knees.
Yeah.
On the wrong key.
Look, stop. Okay, I don't get on the wrong key as often anymore.
Oh, man.
But I did sing City on Our Knees badly. I'm sorry, Toby Mac. I have failed you.
Hey, but that was actually a cool experience. I thought we were going to do it more often.
We did.
We just never.
No te invitaron, bro. No, we did. I don't know what happened. After a while, we just kind of stopped it. We should probably.
Your dad was
start
like, my knees
again.
can't do it no more.
Hey man, I get it, bro. I got a check engine light on my knees, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I get it, bro. Nowadays, if they tell me, hey, let's do a prayer walk, I'm like, all right, I'll meet you guys there. I'll meet y'all there.
I'll pray from my home.
I'll pray from the comfort of my home. But I don't remember how we met, bro.
Well, that's how we met with my uncle. But how did we reconnect? Because after that, I don't remember nothing.
I know how we reconnected.
But honestly, I don't even remember. It sounds bad, but
I didn't know.
I didn't know you had a sister.
You didn't know I had a sister. Shout out Valerie.
No, like I knew it was only you and your brother, and because Ian. Side story about that, but like, but whenever they told me, "Oh, you have a sister," I'm like, maybe that she's younger, like baby.
I can't say much because I thought your sister was your cousin's sister.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like that's it's crazy how.
Like I knew your sister before I knew you.
Yeah, well, yeah, y'all the same age.
Yeah,
but I think
we're not gonna talk about age here. That's it's love. We're not talking about age.
But I think we reconnected with that worship night. But I don't know. It was Val or George that invited me. And
I think it was Valerie, because you were going through that stuff, and that's when when the worship night was kind of happening at the park.
Yeah, I remember the park. And honestly, man, I got out of work early, and my sister was, shout out to my sister because she supports me in everything. And so we went to that worship night, and we were talking like, man, I don't know if they're going to remember us, like your dad will remember us. But then we got lost because, man, like the GPS was taking me to this police station.
That was literally the hardest park to find.
Man, and I was like, man, sorry, 7. I felt like, man, I texted Val, I texted George. I'm like, there was no signal at all over there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I guess we're gonna miss it. And my sister was like, let's just go through this park. I'm like, no, it's not a park. It's a venue. I thought
it was a park.
And we went. I'm like, is that them? Like people carrying drums. I'm like, nah, because it's already late.
Bro, with the RV, bro.
Yeah.
Then some people brought it. Like one of the churches that were there, they brought in a whole RV. Shout out to that church. I forgot what the name was. They brought a whole RV with like the whole system and setup and everything, bro. I was mind blown, bro.
Yeah, I was like, man, they invited a whole like a professional
band.
Yeah, I was like, oh, must be lit. And we got there, and then your dad, bro, he recognized us like that fast. He was like, ¿Qué onda? How y'all
I don't think my dad would ever say ¿Qué onda?
Oh, he said something, but I don't know. You know,
I've never heard my dad say ¿Qué onda?
He's like, hey, he said something, Puerto Ricans. And he was like, son los sobrinos de Pastor Escalante, right? I'm like, yeah. I was surprised. And then your sister nos saludó. Then you came.
To be honest with you, I knew who you were, but I didn't. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But, man, I remember it was hot. But the reason why I'm saying this because I feel like that's how we connected, because I was during prayer, like the worship where I was praying, and your sister prayed over me. And then out of nowhere, I felt someone, I don't know if it was your dad or your sister, tell him, go pray for him. Mm-hmm. And you prayed over me, and God used you in the way that he told me things through you that no one knew but God and me.
You know what the crazy part is? That was the first time I ever ministered for somebody like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, honestly, because I still remember, like, I remember you telling me, like, someone kept telling, hey, go pray for him. And you weren't doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was scared, bro. It was my first time.
Nah, bro, it was. And after that, I have no idea.
Bro. Like, it came out of nowhere.
Yep, and now I'm sometimes helping out in worship.
Yeah.
You're in my band, Prayer House. Shout out.
That's right, Prayer House.
I go to the studio with you.
That's right.
We started this podcast. Man, I went to your birthday party. Man, we're family now.
We're family, bro. We're family. That's it. We're like two peas in a pod.
People mistakes what my uncle.
We're not actually related. I need to say this out loud. Why not? Because they mistake us all the time.
Yeah, because of the beard, because we're big.
All right, they just see two bearded big guys, and they're like, they're related.
And with hats.
Right. Just, the hats are genetic. That's why they don't come off. But yeah, man, I think that's really how we met.
Yep.
That's really how we kind of got this started, and look at us now. Look at us
doing a podcast.
Who would have thought?
Getting canceled together.
Stop. No.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is pretty crazy, man. That is pretty crazy. Wow.
I just feel like doing this. Hold up. Hey, that's a good timing.
We're still learning. We're still learning how to do this.
Oh, man.
So we got sound effects here, apparently. One of them is an applause, which I think we should use we should do like a comedy sitcom where it starts, as soon as it starts.
That's pretty long.
That was pretty long. We just sat there awkwardly.
Kept looking at you. Like,
just sat there awkwardly. That was pretty long.
We'll test the other sounds later. We don't have to test them right now.
All right. See, ya me regañaron, bro.
Nah, but so with this, we're going to have segments. We're going to just have fun with it, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have fun with it. I'm excited. I'm excited. I have a lot of different things in mind for this.
Dude, I'm ready.
And I know you do too, which is a crazy part. And to be honest with you, sometimes we'll sit down and throw out ideas, and then he'll say an idea, and I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking of. And I think I really want to thank God, because I think he made a good pairing with us, you know, and just the way that we think. And maybe our beliefs are not fully lined up all the time, but our hearts are.
Yeah, we don't argue.
That sounded really corny.
No, but it's true, though. Like, we don't argue. We tell each other, like, oh, your beliefs, my beliefs. And you're like, I tell you, oh, well, the reason why I believe this, and I give you my proof, and then you give me your proof. And like, oh, okay, makes sense. We have never argued. Not
Jinxed
to this
it.
day.
You jinxed it, bro.
Man, it's all...
You jinxed it,
it's all
bro.
love.
It's all love. It's all love. It's all love.
And then we had another person. Well, we were going to have a third person, but... You know, he fake Robert Avila.
Stop. He's not fake. Hey, but Robert.
He just has a lot of hate in his heart right now.
He doesn't.
I'm playing.
Yo.
You know, I love that boy.
Robert, we love you, my man. We love you. And cheers.
Shout out to last October.
Shout out. Ooh, yes. Okay. Usually we're not going to do this. But
we're going to shout out people with small businesses and people that contribute to this.
Okay. All right. I guess we are going to do this. Look, y'all. Now that we're kind of nearing the end of our stuff.
Yes. We have 2 more minutes.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to the things that are kind of happening around us.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, first off, last October, HTX. If you guys want really cool vintage clothes, really cool vintage shoes, hats, these hats, bro. Those hats, vintage, straight from Robert. Actually, no, this one's not from Robert. I have another hat at home that is from Robert. Huh? Take our word for it.
It can, though. It could have been.
Take our word for it. We have hats from Robert's. Last October, HTX. Go check it out on IG. We got a worship night, September 30th, coming up.
Yes, sir.
Y'all guys come check it out. Look up worship night, WRSHP night on Instagram. All the information should be up there. It's going to be an event that's going to change lives. I'm telling you guys that right now. And, you know, we got our own kind of stuff going. Music coming out soon. And
Prayer House
music also coming out soon.
Hopefully,
if we start writing songs.
Yes, sir.